We have not one but two big feature races for you this Easter weekend. The Good Friday Cup at Mandurah on Friday night and the Group 3 Miata at Cannington on Saturday. Hello and welcome to the Wednesday preview. My name is James Broadhurst and let's get straight into it with this Friday meeting, which is of course Good Friday. So we've got an early start down there at Mandurah. 4:33 is the first race, and of note for this race meeting, we're going to be seeing the return of Iconic Jet for the first time since the start of January. He's going around in race 4, so interesting to see what he can do first up. But the meeting is of course highlighted by the Good Friday Cup over the 400 metre journey, and it's an absolute beauty. Jimmy's Jet comes in to the race as the fastest qualifier after he clocked 22.09 in his heat.
Racing. Away quickly, Aussie Gem, Diva Eradicators charging through on the inside. Jimmy's Jet, Sunset Nightjar prominent, then Southern Star. Curious Georgia, Al Benson, last is Spider Venom. Jimmy's Jet moved up on the rail. Diva Eradicator ran wide, then Southern Star and Aussie Gem laid Al Benson, but Jimmy's Jet has railed to victory.
And as we bring the field for the final up, we see Jimmy's Jet has the same draw, box 3, as he had in his heat. This dog is capable of anything with a clear run, but the one vulnerability he has is at box rise. Can he find a path to the lead? It might be tough. Next door he has his brother Bala Ace, and regular viewers of the preview will know I have a very high opinion of this greyhound Bala Ace, and he's come back from his short spell about a month or so ago in superb touch. Bala Ace is normally airborne out of the boxes. He wasn't in his heat, but he still found a way to win. If he jumps like we know he can, he's going to be very hard to run down. Those two dogs look like the standouts in the race, but there is talent across the field. Surf the Sun is the other heat winner. Nothing wrong with his form, but the question for him is if he can find a way into the race from the pink. Of the others, I think Aston Nero is the biggest threat. If he can use the draw to position up near the front, he has jumped in the past, he'll be strong at the finish and is a genuine winning prospect. I'm going to stick with Bala Ace here. He's a classy customer, but that should be a good contest down there for the Good Friday Cup. Let's swing our attention now to Saturday night and the final of the Group 3 Miata over the 715 metre journey. And interesting, through the heat stage, we saw both winners of the heats, La Sagrada and Boracay Summer, having their first start over the 715 metre journey. Now, we know what Boracay Summer has done over the 600 metre journey, had a lot of success there, but La Sagrada as a stayer, not so much experience. Only the 2 starts over the 601 prior to last week's heat. Here's what she was able to do from box 2.
Racing, La Sagrada began okay, showing early speed was Miss Ronnie Mack. La Sagrada pushes up on the inside to try and hold the lead. Pressured early though. Around the outside, West on Prancer. Flying Frida was nice and close. Heather's Pick in behind them. A gap to Pepper Grinder. Quicklands past the judge. La Sagrada shows them towards the back, straight out by 4 in second place. Miss Ronnie Mack, West on Prancer. Camped on them was Flying Frida up on the inside. Heather's Pick. Well back, Pepper Grinder and Quicklands down the back. And La Sagrada, can she keep going? She's out by 5 lengths on West on Prancer. Make that 6-7 now. 4 lengths behind them. Next of all, Flying Frida, then followed by Miss Ronnie Mack. Around the corner though, La Sagrada's nicely clear of West on Prancer. Nice debut by La Sagrada, wins by 4.
So La Sagrada comes in as the fastest qualifier after a run of 41.63 in her heat. She gets box 8 for the final, which adds to the degree of difficulty here, but she is an impressive chaser. She has the early pace, but finding the lead, which is where she wants to be, might be a bit of a task here with Miss Ronnie Mack, also a dog with a bit of early toe on her immediate inside. Then in box 6 we do have Boracay Summer. She's won her past 3 and her racing has been consistently good since she arrived in WA in December. I guess the question for both La Sagrada and Boracay Summer is, will they be able to produce second up over the 715 metre journey? Sometimes dogs can be flat when they have their next attempt over the trip, and until they get hardened up by regular runs over the distance, there might be some variable performances there. Maybe, we will see. And what about West on Booney? This dog's had a top 3 finish from his past 9 starts, but only one of those has actually been a victory. The word coming out from the kennel is that he's pretty much back to his best. Remember, this dog won a Galaxy last year. He will win again, that's for sure. It's just a question of when. Could it be this week? If the 2 heat winners are a little weary from their runs last week, it wouldn't surprise me if Weston Booney bobs up here. I'm leaning towards Boracay Summer for this race, but there are a few unknowns in this contest. Either way, it's going to be another ripping feature race for us at Cannington on Saturday night. Well, all the speculation, all the guesswork is over. All 8 slots for the Sandgroper have been filled. Announcements earlier in the week. The final 2 remaining slots were filled at the start of the week. No surprises. We're seeing Explicit representing Awesome Lodge, and Ram Racing announced that Lakeview Emily was going to be running for them in the Sandgroper. Both dogs wonderful additions to an already stacked field. Of course, Explicit needs no introduction. This dog has won $1.9 million and he's come out of retirement for a second crack at the Sandgroper. Had the 1 run since his return. That was a win at Bendigo in late March, but I'm sure he's going to be firing on all cylinders when he goes around here on the 24th of April. Lakeview Emily, of course, is another high-class chaser. Of course, we just saw her go around in the Golden Easter Egg final last weekend where she finished 3rd. Now, we'll be seeing some of these Sandgroper dogs trialling over the next few days. In fact, we've got 3 of them going around in exhibition trials at Cannington tonight. Kenya All Class, Miss Envy and Weston Sydney going around in exhibition trials tonight, and then we've got some others going around in less conspicuous circumstances in public trials over the next few days. Then on Saturday night around 7:30ish we've got the box draw for the Sandgroper, so look out for that one. And then of course the race itself next Thursday night, the $600,000 Sandgroper at Cannington, 24th of April. Make sure you get involved. Speaking of racing at Cannington, tonight we've got a big 12 race card. The first kicks off at 6:46 p.m. Free entry as it is each and every night here at Greyhounds WA. And my best bet comes in race 3, number 3, Burnt Passion. Now, this dog is looking to break through for her maiden victory. Can she do it? Well, the key for her is the start. Can she jump and get away? If she's away even halfway decent and can get a clear run here, we know she will be powering home. And maybe she can collect this elusive maiden victory. Race 3, number 3, Burnt Passion for me tonight at Cannington. Well, that's all I've got for you for the Wednesday preview. A couple of big races coming up this weekend. Hopefully you enjoy your Easter long weekend. Get down to the track. There's plenty of good racing, but either way, I'll catch you next week on the show.